All right, today I'm going to make a green bean casserole and meatballs in a sauce we made from scratch. All right, to start this green bean casserole, I get fresh green beans, about 1.5 pounds of them. We're going to have to cut off all the ends, and I usually cut them in half. Okay, I have cut and washed these green beans, and I got them in the dish. And next I had to make the mushroom sauce, which is made like you would make any simple white gravy. Take 2 tablespoons of butter, or bacon fat is what I use, and you melt that in a pan. And then you start slowly, put in a little cream. I usually heat it up in the microwave first, and take your 3-4 tablespoons of flour, put that in there. You want to mix it and keep mixing it so that it comes out smooth. Start adding your cream. I put a little chicken stock in mine, and then I put 1 pound of finely diced mushrooms. And you're going to let that cook over the stove, and it'll thicken up. And then when it gets about mayonnaise consistency, take it off, and you're ready to pour it over the top of your green beans. And then we're going to put all that. I'm going to put some French fried onions over the top of that. I'm going to wrap it up in tin foil, and I'm going to put it in the oven on 350 for about an hour. Now I realize some people don't have time to make a mushroom sauce, so Campbell's condensed mushroom soup will work just fine. But it won't have near the flavor. Now I also take a little bit of green onion, and I cut it up really fine, and I'm going to put that right over the top of this just before I put in my French fried onions, because I like them crunchy onions on there, but they don't give the flavor that green onions do. And I don't use white or yellow onions because they're a little bit too strong. Now here's a good look at that before I put it in. It's almost like mashed potatoes, really. I'll put my French fried onions over the top, and I cover that all the way. Now, right about the end, that's 15 minutes or so of this cooking. I'm going to pull that tin foil off so that these French fried onions will get really crunchy. All right, so there we go. We got it all ready to go in. Okay, next we're going to make the sauce for the meatballs. And to do that, I'm going to take 6 to 8 tomatoes, cut them, dice them up, and I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste and salt, pepper, garlic, basil, oregano. And I put all that into my pot, and it's going to be pretty thick right off the top. That's okay, because once those tomatoes start cooking, they're going to let all their juice out. It's going to turn into a nice sauce. Now I'm going to take a cup of red wine and put in there and get that started. We're going to let that cook about 4 hours on, if you use an electric stove, on about 4 with the cover on it. Using a gas stove, well, you better put it on low. And about 4 hours from now, we'll come back and check on this sauce. Now I understand that a lot of people have acid reflux out there, and one way to cure that when you're making this tomato sauce is take a sugar cube and drop that into your sauce. Now that's 4 grams of sugar, 1 cube. Just think, there's 20 grams of sugar in a Gatorade. Okay, so we got all our meatballs ready. Isn't that pretty? The onion chunks, lovely. So I'm going to take those and I'm going to put in this pan that I've already preheated, and I'm going to sear these on both sides to lock in the juice before I put them into the sauce. And meatballs are round, so I guess they have more than 2 sides, but you understand what I'm saying. And then we'll come back. We're going to let those sit in the sauce, but I'm not going to put those in there till like the last 2 hours of that sauce cooking. I'm going to let that sauce do its thing for another hour or so, and then we'll come back and add the meatballs to it. All right, so I'm turning these meatballs over. Let you get a good look. So we're going to brown them just like that. And And as that's done, I'm put them into a bowl. You know why I use that? Usually use my fingers. I will put that into a bowl. I'll probably drain some of this grease off of here. I don't want that in my sauce. And this is the sauce now. It's been cooking for about an hour. You can see it's already started to turn into a nice. All right, so I'm going to turn that heat down to 2. And I'm going to add 1 more cup of red wine. And we're going to let that simmer for the rest of the day. Meanwhile, my meatballs are browning. And we need some smell-o-vision here. Okay, they're all patted down and ready to go. So basically, I just set them around the outside, making that little circle. Get them all in there. And this was also going to add some moisture to our sauce. Now, if you need more liquid, I say add wine. But you can add beef broth or water if you like. And once these are all in here, then we're going to put that cover back on. And these little babies still got 2 hours to cook. But totally worth those 2 hours. So here are those meatballs in the sauce. And they look all right. Okay, so we're ready. You can make any kind of pasta you like. I like bow tie pasta or farfalle. However you want to look at it. And here's what we get. I will and there we go.